Welcome back to The Big Show. It's Alex Belfield in the morning, talking to my favourite people and the country's biggest stars. And trust me, Brian Conley's a whopping great big one. How are you?
I am whopping, I am humongous, and I'm very happy to be talking to you, Alex.
Let's face it, you're delicious, inside and out.
Oh, bless you.
And it's written on many a public toilet wall. I love you. I mean, the last time I saw you, I've said this many times, I felt those boobs of yours, and I mean, it was one of the most moving experiences of my life.
I know. Are these my man boobs or are these my Edna boobs?
Both.
I sound like Danny LaRue, don't I? Yes, love. He felt my boob.
You know what I love about you? I mean, you keep going year after year after year.
I'll just bash it out. I don't know what's up with me.
And if anybody's not seen you, let's do the proper intro because we haven't got round to that yet. You're coming to St George's Hall on Thursday, the 11th of November. I'm going to be there because your live show is tremendous. I saw you rehearsing an audience with Brian Conley in Nottingham years and years ago, and the first half was really rubbish because you were just rehearsing. But then suddenly in the second half, you'd put a suit on and the thing went up and you'd got a live band. And that's where you're at your best, isn't it?
Oh, no, I enjoy being live. I enjoy shows as well. You know, I mean, I enjoy, without a doubt, being out there on stage is my forte. You know, I can't ballroom dance, I can't ice skate, you know, I hate the jungle, I can't cook, so that's basically my TV career down the pan. You know, so I've got to get out there live. But I enjoy that, you know, honestly, you know, it's where I belong. Even if it's dressed as a big fat woman or playing Al Jolson or, you know, I enjoy that response. I've never courted the press, it's never bothered me sort of being in the papers or in the OK and Hello, you know, but going out there, I'm one of these people that, I don't know, it's just in me from way back. I suppose if you go through my DNA, I was probably someone else years ago. I was probably Bruce Forsyth.
He's still with us, isn't he?
Oh, is he? Oh, God. Well, Bruce Forsyth when he had his own hair.
And, of course, the last time I spoke to you, you were in Hairspray here in Leeds, and
Yes.
there was no point you talking to me. Total waste of time because you were sold out. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I mean, it's the show. It's not me. I mean, it's a wonderful show. Well, let me tell you, when I was here, I mean, and I've done many pantomimes here in Birmingham, and I used to have to bite my tongue because, you know, when you get the little kids up at the end of the night, they go, oh, what do you want? You go, I want a bike. And I just want to so sort of go, what? A bike? But, you know, I didn't say anything. But God bless them, I love it. It's the heart of the country, and it's where people have the biggest hearts. I'll say anything to get an audience.
Very nice.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm going to write that down for I use it for the poster or something. Where are you on at? The Hippodrome?
Yeah, we're at the Hippodrome at the moment. You cannot get a seat. It's absolutely, they've sold every single seat. I mean, it is quite amazing. And they've probably done it a few months ago. But I have to say, you know, I've been touring with Hairspray recently, and it's like that. It's that type of show. And I'll give you a little... I mean, it's not for definite, but I actually auditioned for Priscilla yesterday. So who knows? I might be going from one frock to another.
I love the music in that, but the production was a bit sloppy when I saw it. I think I saw a Wednesday matinee and they weren't really in the mood. You never do that, do you? You always give it 100%.
I have to. It's in my nature. You've paid good money, and I'm out here to because you never know. You never know. I always think if I do feel a bit down, I always think you don't know who's out there, Brian. You don't know who's out there. The reason I got the audition for Shrek, not Shrek. Well, I actually auditioned for that one as well. So there you go.
Oh wow! And you got turned down for that one, did you?
Well, they gave it to the. Would you believe? Quite funnily, they gave it to Amanda Holden. Oh no, she's playing the princess. No, they gave it to Wayne Rooney. No. I'll tell you what happened. It's an hour and a half in makeup. So there you go. What's the point of doing all that? You can't even recognise me.
Can you imagine that on a 2-show day when you're having to get ready at 12 o'clock? You can't come out till about 11 o'clock at night.
No, I just have to go out. Well, the trouble is, and I'm going to confess to you now, I like the odd cigarette, and I can just imagine me standing at a Sage store dressed as Shrek.
I can see those News of the World pictures.
Hold it, I've set fire to my green hand. Hold it, donkey, put it out, do something. I went to see another show, and I won't even name it, but I was absolutely furious that, you know, these people were just, they were doing all the dialogue very quickly. See, the problem is as well, you've got people that may be in a show for a long time, you know, but what every show has is an assistant director that sits out there and should sit out there and look at it and go, no, I'm pulling these people in. You know, it is it's a cardinal sin. You cannot do that.
I remember when we were sat there, I think it was about 3 days...
You struck a chord here, you know.
No.
I'm getting all sweaty and like, oh, I want to get him.
I want to slap somebody.
I want to argue. It's just not on.
And that's your job, isn't it? You're paid to actually deliver.
Yeah, and I just think it's in you. And it's like me, you know, I'll go into a talent competition on holiday, you know, if there's a karaoke.
Will you?
It's in me. I just have to get up there. I even come third once.
Did you?
A little kid beat me doing Frank Spencer impressions.
Every gag's a winner. The last time I saw you before Hairspray was in Panto, and you do a lot of the same gags. They're your gags that you take around with you, and they're spectacular. Thank you for those.
Is that a way of saying I haven't got any original material? It works. That's the thing. You know, like it's like the pantomime. The pantomime is so tuned up. I would never ever do anything that doesn't get. You know, no point in flogging a dead horse if something's not working. But it's like I remember. Joan Rivers saying, you know, do you change your act? And they said, well, it's like a tapestry. It's like it gets added to, it gets taken away from. But, you know, the core is there, and I think it just gives it an energy. You know, like with my live act, it's been built up over years, the whole fire eating thing, the fiddle routine, and all those, you know, it's just pieces that they expect sometimes. And we want to come out with the fiddle, and if you haven't seen it, I won't spoil it, but when I come out with the fiddle, there's a lot, and I just say, you know what's coming, then they all go, yeah, you know, they're waiting for it. But, you know, I'm not saying that all of it's hold out, but there's some little classic moments in there.
No, but it's like Pavarotti. If you didn't do Ness and Dormer at the end, you'd want your money back, wouldn't you, really? Let's be honest.
Yeah. You know, I want them with their hankies out. I want them crying uncontrollably. And the way to do that is to just pound them into the ground, you know.
Absolutely. And tenor ladies everywhere, all over the audience, just in case.
Oh, God, yes.
The great thing about you is your voice, and if anybody hasn't seen you live, they won't know how brilliant you are. And you were in Jolson and things like that, but you started your pantomime when I saw you a couple of years ago, and you did the most brilliant thing. You start with this great ballad, and we think, he's going to impress us, and we got the pin focus just on you and blacked out all in the background. And then like a pillock, you fall off stage, which is one of the funniest things ever. It's that kind of sideways stuff you do. You love the vaudeville of it, don't you?
Oh, absolutely. And visual, especially in panto, you've got to keep it visual because that cuts right across the board. I remember someone saying to me, how do you make an audience that are from children to sort of pensioners laugh? And I said, it's always visual. You know, that whole routine with the tree, this tree that I use, you know, when it's following Cinderella, it's all visual stuff. Yeah, I mean, falling in the pit, I'll do anything, me. I'm getting a bit old for all that, I've got to be honest, but I do enjoy. I love the shock of it. Yep. You know, I love shocking them, you know, and sort of like taking them one way. There's a song I do in panto where I do the song She's Out of My Life. Well, I'm telling you, that audience will laugh right the way through it because I'm trying to be serious. Yep. And I wind them up that they're ruining it. You are ruining this song. I've won awards for this type of stuff. But in my heart, you know, I was always born to sing. I always say I've born to sing. Everything else I learn.
The last time we spoke, I talked to you about you were on the Peter Andre show, and I was so pleased with you because you made him look an idiot, really, because he was and couldn't ask questions. Does he bother you?
He looks good. He looks good.
I know.
He's got a six-pack.
That ain't going to get me tuning in, though. The thing is, I wonder how you sit there, being such an old pro, having done this for 5,000 years, selling out up and down the country, and then you have to go on a chat show with some kid who's never done anything other than sang a couple of songs badly and married someone with big boobs. I
don't think it's his fault. I think it's the word experience does not come in to the vocabulary. It doesn't come in to it anymore. You know, it's whether you look good and you can read auto cue. There's not a lot of people that bring anything to the table, you know, and I hope that's not sour grapes. You know, I mean, I do get frustrated, and I have been offered. I'm a celebrity. I've been offered all of them, except I know it's finished now, but Celebrity Big Brother, that's the only one they never said. But the dancing, you know, and I'd love to be on Strictly, but it's always when I'm working, you know, Christmas, you know, is a busy time for me. But, you know, yes, it is frustrating, you know, but it's where it's gone, you know. But like I said, the word experience does not come into it. At the end of the show, when we do the best of Brian Conley, I always say, this is entertainment, this should be on the telly, and they all go, yeah. But it's just a different era now, and it's X Factor. Although I have to say, I think X Factor's getting a bit sad. I still like Strictly, but I'm watching that thinking, we've actually been here now, haven't we? We've been here and bought the T-shirt, you know. Isn't it time to move on?
And they
because
really are
it's not a talent competition. It's not. It is a variety show, and it's how much money we can line Simon Cowell's pockets with. Walk at me.
They're parodying each other,
I'm
aren't
going to
they?
get in trouble now.
Oh, don't say what you like. It's only me. Nobody's listening. Now, listen, before we go, have I missed anything? Because I haven't got to one of the questions that our producers have written, so no point writing those. They wasted their time, haven't they? As always, real pleasure talking to you. And you've got so much going for you, and where you go next is always interesting to me, because who'd have thought you'd end up in a frock taking over from Michael Ball? Who'd have thought, people would still be paying tickets to see you 20 years after you first did it?
I'm 49
don't go
I've been
saying
doing
that.
it since I was 12.
I need to make you out to be a sex symbol. Can you say you're 26 or something?
Oh, God, no. Leave that to Peter Andre. I'll just come up with the goods. He can just look good. He can be my body double while I dish out the funnies.
Katie Price is on the show later this week. I haven't got a clue what to ask her. I mean, we've done 14 minutes here. Everything's fine. Any ideas? Because, I mean, book number 7, autobiography number 6, and she's 31. Any ideas, Brian?
Katie, what do you feel about your career? And she'll probably go, well, I feel that my career falls between the ethereal quality demanded by the intellectuals and the cultural necessity of the urban lifestyle from which you grew, because it's a show of participant elimination involving assessment and placement of unconstrained information in a various diverse categories. Oh, Peter, come back. Who knows? She'll be good at waffling, I suppose.
Brian Conley, I love you very much. Thanks for coming on the programme again. Always good to see you.
Alex, God bless you. Come and see it. I will not let you down.